Welcome to Chapter 3, Lesson 4, where we're going to learn how to modify master pages and document pages. So I need you to open up your last name, first name setup file. And if you need to pause it to do that, go ahead. But this should be something that you saved on your H drive from lessons 1, 2, and 3. Once you have that open, I want you to open up your Pages panel, and you're going to double-click on the number 3. So you're going to see 2-3 in your Pages panel. The first one's obviously going to be 2, and then the second one is 3, and that's the one you're going to double-click on. It should look very similar to my screen with the location, the blue, and the yellow squares. You should also have City 3 down here at the bottom. Now what I want you to do is take your selection tool and try and select some of the objects on the page. So taking our selection tool, if you try and select the objects on the page, you're not going to be able to select them because these features come from the master page. So if we hold down Shift and Control like we have in past lessons, and we click on the word location, that's now a selectable item. So we're going to do a master page override when we use select or Shift and Control. So I want you to go to the Type tool, highlight the word location, and then you're going to retype Manarola and make sure that this is in all caps as well. Now we are going to view the right-hand page in the Master A. So coming to our Pages panel and clicking on our Master A, we want to view the right-hand side, which is going to be this location side. We're going to come down to where it says City, and we are going to change the typeface to Garamond. So we are going to select, using our Type tool, the word City. We're going to come up here to our control panel, find Garamond, which mine's at the top, but you may have to scroll down to find yours. We're going to change the font size to 12, and then we're going to change the style to italic. So now you should have made that adjustment to the word City, but not to the word A. Now we're going to make the same changes to the text on the bottom of the left-hand side. So we're going to scroll over to the left-hand side, copy just City to Garamond, and now yours should be at the top, a size of 12, and then change it to italics. Once we've done that, we are going to change the color of the word location on our master page. So go ahead and double-click the word location so that it's highlighted. And then we are going to click the swatches panel. So over here you should see swatches. And we are going to change it to the one called paper. Then we're going to use our selection tool and select the 2 yellow frames on the page. So going to our selection tool, clicking on that yellow box, and then go ahead and hold down Shift and select this second yellow box as well. And then we are going to change that color to green. Now we should have these 2 new boxes with the color green, and we're going to notice those are reflected in our pages as well. And then we're going to select the black horizontal line, which is of course this right here, so making sure our selection tool is active. Clicking on our horizontal line, and then opening up our swatches panel again and making sure that our fill box is active, meaning that our stroke box is active over our fill box. So if you see your solid box in front, we need to make sure that your just outline box or your stroke is active. And we are going to click on the red swatch and change this color to red. Now I want you to open up your Pages panel again. And I want you to double click on the one called B Master. And you'll notice that all of the same changes, of course yours should be white right here while mine is still blue, but all of the changes that we made on A are made to B as well, because our B Master page is based off of our A Master page. Now the only change that has not been made is that the text is still black. The text tends to behave unpredictably on master pages. The fact is that this frame has been relocated from its original position when it was created and duplicated in the Master A might explain why it didn't update. But now if we double click on Master C, so coming back over to our Pages panel, and you'll notice that none of the changes are made on Master C because this was not based off of Master A. We actually copy and pasted these items in here. And then if you scroll down under your Pages panel and you click on your, double click on your 8 and 9, you'll notice that the changes are made based on what Master A is, and that 2 and 3 are also changed based on Master A. And even if you click on 4 and 5, you'll notice that the changes have been updated. And then 6 and 7 should remain the same, as Master C did not change. So now in your Pages panel, I want you to double click on or view the spread of your 10 and 11. So you can double click on one of the pages. And once you've selected that page, you're only going to see one side. So now you need to go to View and then fit the spread in the window, and now you should be able to view both sides. I want you to take your selection tool, and I want you to select the large blue frame, which is going to be on this side of your window. And remember, because this is based on a master, we're going to have to hold down that Control and Shift, and then drag and drop to select that. So now we have this blue page selected. And then we're going to go to our Pages panel option. Remember, is always in that top right hand corner with the lines through it. Click on that. And then we are going to select Master Pages and then detach selection from master. So that means when we make changes to the master, it will not be made on this particular page to this item. So real quick, I'm just going to move mine over so that I can see everything the way I should. You guys should not have this problem because you shouldn't have this extra blue panel. But now you're going to double click on Master B in your Pages panel. And we are going to double click the blue frame and change it to red. So we're going to take our selection tool, open up our swatches, and then change this color to red. And so now our new color, hopefully, we have to have our fill selected, will be changed to red. But now when we go back to page 10 and 11, that should not be the case, but on page 4 it should be the case. So we're going to open up our pages, go to page 4 by double clicking, and then we can, 4 is up here. And now we have a red panel. But if we go down to pages 10 and 11, we'll still have that blue panel. So when we detach an object from its master page, the changes will not be selected when we make that change. So now we're going to navigate to page 3. So coming up here, double clicking on page 3, and then we are going to select the text frame of our Manarola. So remembering taking our selection tool, and that's because we've already changed it, we should be able to select it. And then we are going to go to our Pages panel option, and then go to Master Pages, and we're going to select Remove Selected Local Overrides. And now that modifies the headline to reflect what is actually in the Master A. So we're going to go ahead and save our work. And that is the end of lesson 4. Now you need to use the same document as you move on to lesson 5 of chapter 3.